Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business on this Thursday morning. Hope you're having a great day. Thought I had to get to spend some time with Sissy Lappin. Got to meet her earlier this week and had coffee and learn more about what she does in the real estate area. And let me tell you, this is a lady who knows her stuff and was anxious to get her on the program to talk about what's happening here in the Houston market. Welcome to the program.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Kind of give us a little bit of background about yourself and your real estate firm.
I'm an independent, kind of a boutique firm. I've been doing this for 28 years. I have a 90% referral rate when typically in the industry it's about a 20% referral rate. I was lucky enough in the 80s when I entered real estate to learn under a man named Kenneth Snitzer, who developed most of the buildings in downtown and Greenway Plaza. And learning under him was like getting a PhD in Harvard in real estate. And so I've been through 2 cycles. I've seen, the outcome, although I think Houston this time we're going to be okay, even in this boom.
Yeah, no question about it. I agree with you in that. And I think that your optimism makes a lot of sense. Houston's somewhat insulated. I think, first of all, there's a sense of common sense in Houston that you don't see in some of the other markets that are out there, among everything from business-minded people to the real estate market in general. But also, we're just extremely blessed by what's driving the economy these days.
We are very blessed here. We truly are in our own little bubble here, but I don't feel that this bubble is going to burst. There are so many new jobs being created. Whether you're a Rick Perry fan or not, I laughed because when he ran for president, when he was doing the debates, it was like one big infomercial for Texas. We have no income tax. We're a pro-business environment. We have lawsuit reform. We've got all the makings of a great state, and people are moving here. I had dinner the other night, and the waiter had moved here from North Carolina. He said within a week he had 7 job offers. Yeah.
Now, what's interesting about Texas, and you're right, when he was out there campaigning, when you could understand him.
Very true.
And to his defense, I have friends who work for him who said, you know what, he had back surgery. He was on some pretty powerful meds. Let me tell you, when you're on those kind of powerful meds, let's see how well you would perform. I have to admit, I probably wouldn't perform that hot myself. But you know what? The one line that I think resonated the most, and it's true, is that up to 2012, from 2008 to 2012, 50% of all jobs in America, new jobs in America, were created in the state of Texas. That speaks volumes.
Absolutely. My husband he commuted from L.A. for about 4 years. And when the company sold to Dell, everybody in the office came up to him and said, how do I get a transfer to Texas? Mm-hmm. Because of the income tax. I almost want to send Jerry Brown a thank you note and say thank you for raising the personal income tax from 10 to 12%.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep it up, man. We want your best and your brightest to keep coming here to this great state of Texas. And hopefully we'll keep on using sensible policies to make them want to keep coming.
And I'm really kind of an observer and kind of analysis paralysis. One thing I've really seen in the city in the past 2 years, and I have 2 kids who are in college, so I've really emphasized this to them, is this used to be the good old boy system. In other words, you could, call on somebody to help your child get a job, that sort of thing. This is now the best man for the job.
Yeah, meritocracy.
Yeah, absolutely. The world is flat, and the best guy is going to get the job. And I try to emphasize that to my kids. You've got to, make good grades and stay out of trouble, because you're not just competing with other states. You're competing with the world now for that job.
You are. So tell me a little bit about, what you do and that makes you unique in the real estate arena in terms of how you engage with clients and that type of thing.
Well, real estate is going through a huge change, whether we want to admit it or not or acknowledge it. And marketing has changed. We've all seen that in the last 2 years. I almost call it like a tornado, and you don't know what's going to end up on the ground. And, it's no longer mass marketing. It is very targeted marketing. You have to figure out your audience or who your buyers are and go after that target market. The days of just putting it on MLS are gone if you want to maximize the value. Uh-huh. And, it's a very, I feel like we're going to be directed much more towards a boutique approach with homes. The other thing I really, really think is great, and a lot of real estate agents would very much disagree with this, is I love all of the internet access to knowledge. I love Trulia. I love Zillow. Buyers are very, very knowledgeable now. They come in and they have comped out a house. They know it to the penny. They know what time that seller fed their dog. Mm-hmm. And so yes, we're seeing homes sell with multiple offers, but you're not seeing, ridiculous offers. They are on the market. And I think that that's a little bit of a safety net from having a crash again, like in 2007, 2008, the buyers were not that educated.
No. So tell me how you're using social media and other tools to attract clients.
Well, the main reason, I study a lot of marketing people. You and I discussed this over college, over coffee yesterday, and that's where I think I'm very, very different. I target who I want to market to. For example, Memorial area. Well, private school families are coming into Memorial area because of the schools, or the people being transferred here. That's a target market. So that is who I target if I've got a home in Memorial. It's, you're seeing different blogs for different areas. If you have a house, for example, let's say Briar Grove. Briar Grove's got it's called Moms of Briar Grove. If you've got a home and your seller does not want you to put it on MLS, which, we're seeing more of that because of property taxes, that's a great blog to market it. It's target marketing.
And so are you using a lot of these tools? I'm looking at your website, which I think is great, and you're telling me you're about to upgrade it dramatically. But what kind of tools are you using to help people further in their knowledge and their research?
Well, I have a great guy that works with me named Griffin. And Griffin, I have to confess, I sit and I tell him what I want social media-wise, and Griffin kind of takes it from there. I do a blog called Southern House Mouth. And I cannot tell you how many people have written me and said, I appreciate that blog. I did a bunch of analysis paralysis. I took the Houston, Dallas, and Austin market, and I went over the cost of overpricing, for example. Overpricing a home typically costs the seller about 9%. So, you might think you're going to get it, but in the end, you're going to lose. So I wrote a blog about that, and I just finished a book called Successfully Selling Your Home, working with your real estate agent for maximum value. Real estate or selling a home, I kind of liken it to dating now. You got to look good and you got to have a good story. Mm-hmm. And you will then achieve maximum value. And so by doing the blog and then putting it into the book, it's just helped tremendously in educating sellers, because buyers are pretty educated. They're on HGTV, they're on Trulia, Zillow. It's the sellers that needed a little bit more catching up, I guess. Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Again, Sissy Lappin is her name. You can learn more about her at Lappin, Lappin Properties.com. That's LappinProperties.com. Love your website. And again, I'm excited about the upgrade. But what you have here with the way you do the pictures of the site, very dynamic, very large. You get a good sense of what's being offered. And I appreciate you spending time with me.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you bet. All right. Do want to encourage you to check him out again over at Sissy Lappin over there at Lappin Properties, Lappin Properties.com. I'm Kevin Price, and you're listening to The Price of Business. Make sure you check it out over there at priceofbusiness.com. While there, follow it on Twitter, like it on Facebook.